Okay guys, welcome back once again to Crypto Educator. How you all doing? In this video, we are going to be entertaining a possibility guys, a rather possibility of a potential reaccumulation cycle, a 4-year long reaccumulation cycle that could potentially happen from these levels guys. If it happens or if it doesn't happen, who knows? I've not seen the future, nobody has seen the future, but there are some technical points on the macro time frame, like the monthly time frame itself, that can potentially tell us that maybe the bigger momentum is waning out guys, and maybe we can jump into a reaccumulation phase. Right now, in no way, shape or form of size, this is going to be an investment advice, and I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money guys. If you want to sell everything, you can simply sell everything. If you want to buy everything in the market, you can just go ahead and do that, but it's just essentially to keep everything in mind guys. It's just kind of necessary to talk about every possibility that could potentially play out in the market. So just to talk about the technical landscape on Bitcoin, you can see guys that this regression channel has been running ever since the inception of Bitcoin itself, right from October 2010 guys. The price action regression channel right here has been proven out to be very nice in terms of all the major dips that happened with a very specific relative strength index signature guys. We're going to be keeping very simple, we're going to be keeping things very simple in this video guys. We just talk about the price action in context with the true strength and the relative strength index in the market guys. So let's talk about these zones right here. As you can see guys, every single time if Bitcoin is going through a long form of reaccumulation or a consolidation phase in the market, the RSI on the monthly time frame kind of stays below the 60 reads guys. Again we kind of broiling the things down into very simple logics right here. So every single time the monthly RSI stays below 60 reads, the asset or Bitcoin right here in this case goes through a long form of accumulation guys. For example, this one held its range for 762 days guys, essentially almost 2 years, right? And this one right here was for about your 820 days. Now, could we expect something like this happening once again? Yes, we can, but it is too far to call that guys. If we see the monthly trend going below 60 reads, that is when we can potentially start confirming a reversal from these levels that can potentially take the Bitcoin's price back into the bottom side of the regression channel for the time being, which is at $13,000 to $15,000 ranges guys. Now, am I telling you that sell everything and just wait for $14,000 Bitcoin? Probably not guys. If you're in it for the long term, maybe these are your big buying opportunities, macro generational buying opportunities guys, because the data is telling us that every single accumulation range on Bitcoin has been proven out to be very nice guys in the long term price action behavior as well, right? So what is the TSI and the RSI telling us as of now? Certainly that the monthly time frame has started its momentum monthly has started losing the momentum for good guys on the RSI, right? The trend is to the downside, but we are still above the 60 reads on the RSI. Now, once the monthly candle closes below some key levels and the RSI starts rolling below 60 reads, that is when, I don't know guys, maybe the consolidation stage could start picking up. Maybe that is when the accumulation phase in the market cycle starts picking up guys. Although I do believe that this was a price action, or if we go through this consolidation or reaccumulation in the market, this will be a macro game guys. This will be a macroeconomics game guys. Most likely your SPY and your Nifties and your Sensex will probably also go through a time correction, at least guys, a market-wide correction where the capital simply flows from one sector and goes to a different sector, whereas there is no new capital coming into the market, right? So all these consolidation signatures could start boiling up on your major stock market indices as well, and which can potentially cause Bitcoin to go through another accumulation range in the macro picture as well guys. Now, all of these things are fine until Bitcoin is below $69,000 on a monthly closing basis, guys. Remember, if December closes above $69,000 and maybe tries to close this candle above the regression channel top right here, which is kind of informal guys. Look, you can simply make this curve according to your own standard, right? You can simply just bend this line from this point right here and you can change everything about it, which is why guys, we can't really put a lot of focus on the top side of the entire regression channel right here. Although we can just kind of believe in the bottom side, because every single time all of your accumulation phases are aligning perfectly fine with all of these downside targets in the regression channel itself, right? Now, the upper side guys, if this monthly candle, if December closes above $70,000 on Bitcoin flat, that is when potentially we could simply go all the way towards $100,000 before the end of this year itself, guys. Now the problem is that the weekly time frames and everything which is below the monthly time frame is telling us that the momentum has kind of shifted towards the downside, right? Now we have to invalidate a lot of bearish biases in the market. For example, the first one being we have to establish a weekly trend above $60,000 for good. If that is not happening before the end of this month itself, maybe the momentum waning out from these levels could extrapolate into further downside price action coming in on Bitcoin. That could push the price action all the way maybe below $30,000 as well, guys. And that is when the entire market is going to stay sideways, guys. The entire price action simply would be range bound in the bigger picture as well, right? Now, guys, this is very simplified way of things. You can just have a chart. I've saved this chart for myself as well on TradingView. I mean, a BTC monthly regression according to the RSI with your 60 reads being your control zones is certainly one of those things which can certainly tell a lot of things, guys, if you want to clear out all the noise, right? If you are really thinking about long-term investments on Bitcoin itself, I think this can kind of ease out a lot of things, guys. I mean, keeping it simple, I mean, I got to tell one more thing to you guys right here. As a trader as well, the more I have kept things simple for myself, the better they have worked out in the market, guys. Honestly, I'm not going to lie right here. The more complicated stuff I have looked up to has rather gotten me wrecked in the market, guys. I mean, that is coming from the days when I was trying to formulate my own trading strategies and everything and whatnot in the market. But now, guys, if I talk about just overcomplicating your charts with all the major indicators and everything which is kind of irrelevant, it's going to just cause a lot of confusion in your mind, guys. So it's okay to analyze everything in the intraday time frames. If you're trading the intraday time frames, if you're going for the intraday ninja moves and making all those scalps and making good profits in the market, yes, having more data and having appropriate data, real-time data, is certainly going to serve you well if you're participating in the market in every single hourly candle or something like that. But if you're talking about the bigger trends, if you're talking about monthly time frame right here, that literally tells a lot of things in the bigger picture, keeping it simple is certainly going to work out for good, guys. So take a look at all of these regression lines and all the RSI signatures for yourself, and you can conclude on your own analysis as well, guys. Remember, things work until they don't, right? Now we have two data points which are telling us that maybe we could get into another consolidation phase if the RSI loses 60 reads on the monthly time frame. If the market wide relative strength drops below 60, that is when we can go through another reaccumulation phase in the market as a whole, guys. And that would just mean everything, right? I mean, that would mean all of your DeFis, NFTs, and everything that happens across the crypto markets, guys. Remember, we should never forget the landlord right here. We should never forget the big daddy, the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin is going to move. It's going to shake the market. It's going to tell wherever the market is going to be headed towards, guys, the entire market, right? Okay, with that said, guys, another thing to talk about in this video right here, I think you should certainly check this website out for yourself as well. I've talked about this website a lot of times in this channel, guys. This is called Coin Fair Value. I mean, they are calculating everything in terms of the PE and FE ratios, and they're evaluating the fair market capitalization as well, right? So everything is being calculated, and they are just they blank up with a good statement right here. We don't speculate. Fair values displayed are based on current usage of each coin. They don't contain any speculation on future valuations of their usage. We leave the speculations to investors. I mean, this is pretty straightforward right here, which is why I kind of like how they represent the data as a whole, guys. Pretty much simple right here. We see that the fair valuation of Bitcoin is sitting in at $25,000, Ethereum at $2,000, Cardano is at almost $3 right here. I mean, wow, that's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. Market price is at 1.3, but the fair valuation for ADA is at 2.8, guys. That's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. XRP almost at the fair valuation points right here. Binance Coin, although, is kind of super inflated from the fair evaluation, guys. The price for BNB right now is at 563, but the fair evaluation according to this website right here and all the PFE calculations is at $109 per BNB, right? Chainlink almost at your fair evaluation. Litecoin, surprisingly enough, almost at the fair evaluation values right here as well. FTD token is right at the fair evaluation, guys. Holy shit, that is also kind of crazy, to be honest with you, right here. And the list kind of goes on and on and on and on. Matic is overvalued by 3 to 4x in the market as of now. BSV should not exist. I don't know why the hell is it here, guys. I mean, just like 99% of the crypto coins in the market, BSV is also one of those. Bitcoin SV, guys, holy shit, I just have shit to talk about this crypto asset right here. I mean, if you're a BSV holder, I'm really sorry, but this is just my opinion. You can have your opinions on my holdings as well, right? I won't feel bad about it. Okay, WeChain and all of that, guys, you can just check out this website on your own. I mean, they have these crazy things. And if you really want to dig deep into how these FVP ratios and everything is calculated and the fair market cap is being calculated, you can go right here, guys. You can jump into the methodology section. Okay, I do have scaling issues right here. Let me just try to do this. You can go right here, you can click on the methodology tab and you can check out for yourself how they're actually kind of going for all of these evaluations, guys. They'll just tell you everything, right? Basically the website, website is quite fair to be honest with you. Okay, guys, with that said, I hope you found value in this video. If you did, hit that like, bell, subscribe, all those good things, and I'll catch all of you pretty soon. Bye for now.